Hello, welcome to VAD Inspires, and today I want to share with you a message on worry. Right? We've heard this saying, "Worrying yourself to death," and that is a very very major problem, especially here in the United States, where there's so many reasons for you to worry. Is the government gonna do the right thing and keep the economy stable? Am I gonna have my job? You have to pay the bills, you have to go to school, you have to make money, you have to feed the kids. All of this stuff, tends to put us in a worry state. But make no mistake, most of the things we focus when worrying about the important things in our lives, the thing we focus on when worrying, for example, about if we are going to make it in the future, it tends to be the negative part. Why is that? I think part of the problem is that we are surrounded with negativity. Because what you put in is what you get out. Positive people are hard to find, they're rare. Like real positive people. I don't mean a highfalutin, just being positive for the being positive sake with no real desire or ambition or something real going on in his life, just trying to be positive, just with being positive sake. I don't mean like the real positive person, someone who is focused on the goal, someone who is working towards success, someone who is doing. They are rare, hard to find. And when we are surrounded with such negative environments, it's easy to fall for the negative stuff. It's easy to fall for the negative philosophy. It's easy to fall for the negative ideology. So that's why we should ask ourselves, or at least it's a good idea to ask ourselves, is what we are really worrying about going to happen? Is what we're really worrying about the real deal? Is it what we should be worrying about? Because when we answer those questions, we force ourselves to think, which only few people do. We should think, use our mind. It was given to us for free. Think. Because when you really go down to it, all of our thinkings are faulty. We tend to exaggerate the events that are going to happen. We tend to exaggerate our chances of failure. Because if you really look into it, worry can really put you in a mental state that will be hard for you to get out of. Because here's the deal. Your brain cannot differentiate between something which is real and imagined. It's a very thin line. It's actually a blur. So when you worry, you are creating an experience that looks real, but it's not real. But you make it real. But when you make it real and you believe it, then it becomes real to you, and you act. You go to work based on that information, based on that false data that you have created. That's not even true. So that lends you to follow the wrong ideology, follow the wrong path, and end up in a ditch. I don't want that for you, and I know you don't want that for yourself. But wanting is not enough. We have to desire it. We have to work towards it. Start now to reconstruct your mind by listening to positive messages, by, feeding your mind with the good stuff, staying away from toxic people, and saying no to the wrong ideologies. And you can't do this unconsciously. You have to consciously, at least at first, make the effort by reading good books, by listening to good programs, by forcing yourself to think about the things you're worrying about, if they really watch your time, because 90% of them are just things that have happened or things that are not going to happen. The things that are really going to happen, we do neglect them, and that's why they never happen. Because we have acted based on the things that are irrelevant. So my friend, I know that you are going to be great. I know that you are going to make it. The question is, do you know that?